Hello everyone, and welcome to my Magicka Necromancer PvP build guide. Necro considered by many as the worst PvP class, and it's probably fair. However, you can win even with that, and what most important, you can have fun playing it as well. Before I'll talk about sets, skills and all of the other stuff, I want to talk about the class itself. Crow doesn't have a good class spammable and good class EC skill. They have too many buffs to manage with too short timers, and they also don't have major crit and damage buffs in their toolkit, so they have to get them from non-class skills. And if we talk damage, then Crow has pretty much just one good skill, which is Blast Bones. So that means that all of the other damage they should get from sets and non-class damage sources. All of that of course sucks a lot. But with all of that being said, this class is not useless. With the right build and skill, you can still play it and have fun. So let's talk about that. First thing that you'll need is good sets. Not gonna lie, on this build I didn't go full berserk mode and I haven't tried all of the options I could and just went with the classic Magcro setup. I'll talk about it now and also we'll talk about some other options that might also be good. Sets that don't need much explanation are Rallying Cry, Deathdealer's Fete and One Piece Trainee. All staple choices for most of the builds you'll see in ESO PvP. Cannot go wrong with any of them. And now important sets for this build. First one is Draugrkin. This is a light armor damage set that gives you a flat damage to all of your damage sources, but it reduces your healing received by 10%. It's a very strong set because it boosts all of your status effects, and of course our dot, spammable in all of other damage. Minus 10% healing is kinda bra, I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather not have it, obviously, but on Crow it's either kill or be killed, so we need that pressure from this set. Yes, you can get it from other sets, but for now I've decided to go with this one. Another set, which I usually don't use on my other builds, is Kjalnar. For Crow it's perfect in my opinion. It has stun, it has damage, it has cool looking visual effect, especially good with Crow theme, and what most important, it catches people off guard. If I'm not mistaken, you need to do 5 light attacks for it to proc, so it's pretty consistent when you keep light attacking the same target. I won't say it's the best choice here, because I don't really know, but so far I was liking it a lot, and where else I'm gonna use this set if not on Crow. This is what I personally was using on my Magcro. But there is also some theory craft to be made on how to make Crow even better. Here are some other sets I was thinking to try out. Way of Fire. Simple, reliable proc damage without any downside except that you need to either light attack or apply a weapon skill to an enemy, and also the fact that it's a heavy armor. Might be a decent alternative for Draugrkin, or you can even pair them together. Wretched Vitality or his sap as defensive set options instead of Rallying Cry. I'd say Wretched is an overkill if you are using Sustained Food, Atronach Mundus and Deathdealer's Fete. That's why I went with Rallying. But it's a good set overall, so if you want to use other Mundus, Food or Mythic, then you can go with Wretched. His sap will auto-heal you, so it will help you a lot in surviving. I myself never tried this set on any class, but I know it's good. Might try it out later. The next interesting set for Crow is Unleashed Ritualist. With this set, your pets do additional 16% damage to the target. You can make a pretty interesting build using Blast Bones and Skeleton Arcanist or Archer, and maybe even more of Infernal. If I'm not mistaken, you can even backbar this set, which is also super useful. Masters and Asylum Staves are also decent options. One gives you 600 weapon and spell damage, and the other one applies status effects every second cast. Both are nice choices. Footage run stuff is OP as usual, can be used on any bar, but you'll have to sacrifice either Mythic or Monster set for that. Balorg, Zaan, Ancient Guardian, Roxa all are viable monster set options. So, as you can see, there is room for experimenting with this class. Now let's talk about the skills. I'll start with backbar because here it's all very simple. We have Burst Heal, Armor, Vigor, Heal over time, Major Breach and Mortal Guard. You can also slot Goliath here if you want. Now to the front bar. I wish I could say Mortal Coil is a flex spot, but I'm afraid it's a must. It gives a lot of healing and recovery, so you'll probably have a tough time fighting without it, especially against good players. Camo Hunter is actually a flex spot in my opinion. First of all, we can get crit from Potion, and second of all, I don't know if we need it that much, although it's obviously nice having Major Savagery in Prophecy from our skill, same as 5% damage done we get from it, and Fighter's Guild passives. With that being said, you can replace it for something else if you want to. Crushing Shock is our spammable, its damage, same as status effects from it, get boosted with Draugrkin, so it's the best choice here in my opinion. However, elemental weapon might be a good choice too. I don't really know if it will be a good choice with Draugrkin, but in general you can use elemental weapon spamble if you want. Now the cross bread and butter, Blast Bones. Deals a lot of damage, works also as an AoE, and most importantly applies Major Defile, which reduces enemies' healing received and damage shield strength by 12%. This is hands down the best skill on Crow and the reason you can clap people sometimes. Try to use it every third skill, so basically as soon as you can. Lastly we have Degeneration as our major brutality and sorcery buff, as well as a strong dot, and Dawnbreaker as our ultimate, and our only CC on this build besides Kjalnar. As for other skills options, I'd say you can try using Totem or Skeletal Arcanist or Archer instead of Kama Hunter. I do not recommend it yet, because I haven't tried any of them, but it might work. Also you can use Flame Reach skill from Destro Staff skill line, which knocks enemy back, and that way you'll have a nice CC skill. However, you'll need to use Fire Staff for that. Overall, Crow unfortunately not in a good place right now, but yet again, with the right build and skill it can perform not bad at all. For me, actually, it was my first time ever playing Magcro in PvP, and I personally really enjoyed playing it and had a lot of fun. Anyway, feel free to give it a try out different sets, skills, and have fun. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.